YouTube, Steve-O Trucker here. It is Saturday the 5th of January 2019. Almost said 2018, but nearly. Yeah, so a late Happy New Year to everybody. So I do apologise that there has not been much content, if any, over the Christmas period, which I did promise I was going to bring, but it was just busy. Well, I did finally had some free time. It was just, I just didn't have the free time to do some editing, if you know what I mean. Or I didn't have the right computer to do it on, let alone all the other bits and bobs. So we're going down towards Bournemouth, Wimborne sort of area today. Hopefully, I'm just going to quickly check on the camera. Seems level. Just going to quickly alter the camera slightly, so do apologise for this. This is not a new angle, but so that's up a smidge. Well, it looks level on my camera view anyway, level-ish. Might be slightly slanted one way, but I do apologise if it is. Just from my angle, it looks like it should be level, but at the same time it just has that kind of look that it's marginally slanted. But every time I knock it down to where it should be not marginally slanted, it looks slanted on the camera viewer. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's make some distance, because we've been here for about 35 minutes, while I was only intending a 15-minute stop. I knew it was going to be a bit longer than 15 minutes anyway, because I was planning on popping and have a shower, which I did. Lucky days as well for breakfast. And one positive note for here, it might be because it's quiet, so I will grant some leeway that, you know, I probably can't cause it at the most optimal time to have a nice clean shower, but the showers are nice and clean here. Now, lady is very kindly warned me that the shower may be cold. WH Smiths, not promoted by WH Smiths, but luckily I think they had fixed it because the shower was pretty reasonable. In other words, it was not cold. But at least I was pre-warned just in case it wasn't. Towards Bournemouth for 7 miles. He can do it. Yes, I had a pretty reasonable Christmas and New Year's. You know, nothing to really write home about. I need to do a bit more catching up on to some of the other truck vloggers. I've been watching the odd one here and there. There's a bit here, sad to hear about I don't want to mix up the Chris's. It's not the Northern Chris, it's the Chris the YouTuber Chris who's based down in Bristol. Or that sort of area, with Gregory's at the time. Who's been told he's not allowed to vlog effectively anymore of his work. Or something along those lines. Don't hold it to me. And I've noticed this channel hasn't gone down, but he's either turned off viewing of all his content. So I have no idea what's going on there. The last video he put out was about that he was not allowed to film anymore at his company because of reasons. You know, I don't speculate, I don't go in. I've got sneaky feelings because it's a big company that it's still about liability and stuff like that. But But never mind, it was a bit sad to hear in some ways that and hopefully it won't be the end. Hopefully he'll be back, because I kind of do like his videos. He does go slightly, if you haven't seen him before, he does go sometimes slightly more in the politics and stuff. But I don't want to go conspiracy theory into it because of that. But his videos tend to be quite informative, show the real nit and grit of the job mostly. You know, it's not like Kev T's content. It's not. I'm not saying its content's rubbish. No, I'm saying it's not done like a full entertainment program completely. He basically tells you the truth of it. It's by the best of it. But as I said, it is a bit of a shame. So I don't want to get into it in this video, because at the end there, it's early days what's happened, and hopefully you might bring out a proper video just to highlight what's gone on, what the plans are. He has sort of effectively said what has gone on directly, but not what will happen in the future, if he's going to carry on YouTube or if he's going to stop and stay with his current employer. You know, by the sounds of it, when he releases his video, if you haven't seen it, he's a bit all over the place. At the end of the day, it's down to him at the end of the day. He much prefers to keep his job with his current employer, you know. All good. But never mind about that at the moment. You know, it is sad to hear. I thought I'll say my little bit of support towards him. I'll try and remember to link his channel down below, so if you haven't subscribed to him, even though his content's down, maybe go over and give him a subscribe or something like that, possibly. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's, you know, I know I barely have anybody watch my channel, so my input will be extremely minimal, if any. But never mind, it is what it is. My current plans for the channel is to carry on my current progress, not what was over the Christmas period. I don't mean not many videos. It's to carry on producing 1 or 2 videos a week is my main objective of it at the moment. I would like to produce more, but I want to work on a little bit on the quality, give or take, you know. It's also just so I can pace myself with it as well. As I did produce a few videos over the Christmas period, but I don't think I'm going to show off. Deleted half of them already, because it'd be a bit bizarre releasing them now anyway, after Christmas. Yeah, I could have kept them paused, get some outtakes out, because there was a few good footages, which I actually deleted one of them and caught a white on. I should have taken it off there. I was actually going to go and rip that off and edit it and upload it, which caught a white van, fair enough, overtaking me at an end of a dual carriageway section with oncoming traffic, causing me to effectively almost emergency stop. Be probably the correct word of it. And obviously the oncoming traffic was having to take evasive action as well, all because he wanted to get past. But at the same time, I'm a bit, you know, it'd be cool to show that stuff because it shows the truth of what goes on, but at the same time I was also weighing out in the same ethical level of, you know, at the end of the day, yes, I'm filming on my behalf only, and I accept anything I say is, as I've stated before in the past, doesn't represent what my company, you know, or necessarily represent my company, if you know what I mean. I think that's a big thing with YouTubing, is you have to take a pinch of salt that, you know, you are watching a person They may not fully represent the company that they work for, they might do, but at the same time, you know, they might have different views of what maybe their big boss may have. Especially if they try to show you, you know, the nitty-gritty side of trucking, because, you know, that's the other end you could go in about with Trucker Chris. It's that they covered it up because it was showed too much of the truth of trucking. But that's conspiracy theories. Yeah, it's very real. That could be very well one of the reasons why. Yeah, they might have gone, oh, actually, we don't want this being shown. Don't want the nitty-gritty being shown. The truth of the matter. You know, what drivers have to be put up with. You know, what situations we have to deal with as well. You know, because one of the reasons may have been is also because he caused an accident as well. We had an accident with a taxi driver who brake tested.
Third exit, M3, E5, towards Bournemouth.
Which actually he seemed to handle pretty well, you know. I've no real criticisms of how he handled the situation. I've seen far worse.
Third exit.
And to be honest, he dealt with it pretty well, you know. It just didn't help that the taxi driver was trying to be really awkward and trying to put the full blame onto the company when he was blatant on the video, as hopefully his bosses saw, what he was doing out on the road. And they brake tested a 44-ton truck. You know, what do you think's going to happen? But never mind, I deduct off going back onto the other YouTuber. I'll call him Chris for the moment. I know it's confusing, I do want to, because there's two Chris YouTubers out there. So, it's not, I said it's not the northern one I'm on about, it's the one based in Bristol, around Bristol area.
Take the exit, M3, E5, then take the motorway.
So we're up at the yard yesterday, got my trailer repaired after the hedge incident, and my trailer slid sideways. I wasn't getting fast enough, this was like creeping around the corner, tight left hand bend on the farm, really muddy and all that, and that's probably the reason why it happened. Making a normal tight left hand that I normally do, stop. And all I saw was a bit later that stage was a trailer was going literally sideways. That's the best way to describe it. Obviously sliding on the mud. It's fully loaded, which is a bit surprising, but maybe that might be the reason why. You know. Oh well, lessons learned, you know, accidents can happen, especially in, you know, doing farm deliveries, you know. That's one of the more muddier farms we went on. But nevertheless, it was roadworthy after, so I managed to do a temporary repair. Then I said it went to this week to get completely redone. So I've got a new side guard on, new mud guard and beam. I've even had my rear left headlight cover replaced because the lens bit from the reverse light had what is it when glue sort of fails? Is it demoulding or whatever it's called? The glue that holds that bit of the lens on had failed. Because I caught it when it was literally just sort of dangling on the last bit. So I had to back nasty that up and I said to sort that out. It's just one of those things that can happen. Well, it could have got knocked by something to make the glue fail, who knows what happened. Either way, there was no other signs that, you know, I hit anything or, you know, on there. I just think it must have either hit by some road debris or the glue had failed, whichever way, or the bonding that it has, because it's like a separate piece within the light cluster, which is interesting on the lensing. Oh well, here's what it is. I've got a few bits, got a few of my hoses redone. I needed that wants to get redone because it's starting to show signs of, you know, if you don't do anything soon, they'll start having issues. And also had a couple of hydraulic lines replaced to preempt any other issues that may arise. And next time I'm in, I'll be getting the rest of the hydraulic lines replaced as well, potentially. Because I had a nightmare Friday a couple of weeks back, and I had 3 things go wrong. I had a tyre slash in front left, probably off a farm. I had ABS, which isn't really a major thing, but it just kept going on for quite a while, even though I cancelled it off and I thought I resolved the issue, and actually I hadn't. I found out, you know, I thought I dried it the first time, it was water in the head of the ABS lead. It hasn't done it since, so bizarrely it was on a brand new ABS lead as well that Scania had put in. Oh well, it's what it is. I have no idea what happened there. Obviously water got in somehow, or I hope see Scania put water in there. Be a bit bizarre, but you know, maybe it leaked in somehow, or maybe the connection wasn't on 100% well and water got in then, who knows. And had a hydraulic hose then burst on the same day as well. Well, pop out of its colouring because of its age. So that's the reason why I'll probably get a lot of the hydraulic lines redone. So I need to show it to the boss first, just to make sure he was happy with what was said, because it was fit for purpose. It's one of those things that, because it's old trailer, that just needs to be done every so often. It's just about preempting any further issues. There's no one likes to be broken down or stuck on the job any longer than needs to be because of a technical issue. Especially when you've got a busy schedule to keep. Yeah, so everything's all good. As I said, besides those issues before Christmas, it's been all fine. Yeah, so I popped into the yard yesterday, got that sorted, spent half a day at the yard while that was done. Took a load out of the yard and delivered that yesterday, just south of Oxford. And we went up to a place near Swindon, loaded there. I treated myself last night to stop off a truck stop at Swindon truck stop, which seemed to be okay. Food was good, had a reasonably good shopping there. I'll probably use the site again. The only issue I had was the toilets this morning were overflowing, so it's not necessarily the site's fault, but they kind of put me off from having a shower this morning. So that's the reason why I stopped to have a shower break there. But it's not too bad, the price in there. It's about £22 with a £5 meal voucher. It's not £18 if you don't want a meal voucher. So for down here it's not too bad in pricing. You know, it's a lot cheaper than the services. I could have parked in the lay-by last night, but I just wasn't in the mood. I just wanted access to some facilities. I was going to go for the meal voucher thing, but I thought since I'm there, I might as well enjoy all the facilities as best as I can. Nice thing about that site as well, you're right next door to the Sainsbury's as well in Swindon, which originally I didn't know the truck stop was there, so I was watching, I forgot the other vlogger showed it, I went, oh, that's where the truck stop is. I knew there's one in Swindon, but I didn't know it's right next door. Even though I've been based near Swindon when I was in the army, and my dad was based near there as well. We only lived a few miles down the road from that Sainsbury's. Don't ask me why I didn't know there was a truck stop there. I just did notice it, even though I've been to Sainsbury's loads of times. I think I may have noticed the truck stop signage, but just didn't know you'd clock onto it, if you know what I mean. I suppose I wasn't a trucker at the time, that might be the reason. Well, that's my excuse anyway. But it looked pretty reasonable in there. You know, pretty good truck stop for the area, I think. road chef on the 303 back there near Winchester. Oh no, 303, A34 even. I've been there before, it always tends to be pretty good service there. It is what it is, it's general motorway services, as I would call it. But I bet, you know, I suppose it's having the right staff on, they seem to be all pretty friendly today. You know, very helpful, as I said. The showers are all good. Toilets are all good, you know, up on it, as I say. And that's all I expect, you know. I understand it's a quiet day, and that's probably is the reason why. You might find if you go midweek, it's probably a nightmare.
After half a mile, take the exit 13 and 27 towards Bournemouth. Take the exit 13.
So we're just over half a tank full on the road. We've got enough fuel to do what we need to do. So this year's plans I need to go through. This year's plans, as I said, is to keep current video content up. Obviously I need to produce a cab
After
tour
3/4 mile, keep
or a
right.
truck tour video, which there's no major issue with me doing. I really want to do it, and I'm going to do it, trust me. It is coming, it's in the works. It's just finding a place to do it, because I'm not allowed to film on customer sites and all that. I obviously might be able to if I get permission off them, but it just might be easier just for when I'm in the truck stop or the services or the
After
big
half a mile,
lay-by
keep right.
to do it there. But I also have to do it in a manner that's not going to affect work, you know, if you know what I mean. So I took my liberty today, as I call it, or having a decent long break.
Keep right.
Pop in for a shower and to breakfast. I might stop off, depending where we go next, and grab
Follow
something from
M27
either Greg's
towards
or somewhere like
Bournemouth
that.
for 21 miles.
But we'll see. We'll see what the plan is after this. Yeah, and rest of this year I've got a few holidays in the works. I might be going over to America for a week or two. We're making the final probably plans for that in the next couple of weeks. We'll certainly booking the flight and hotel. I need to go and do my ESTAs as well, which is like your tourist visa for the US. Which is all, it's not £25, it's an online application. I've done it before, it's pretty easy enough. And it's valid for 2 years as well. So mine expires, I think, this year anyway, or in next month or two anyway. My current ESTA, so I'll need to renew that. Which ain't the major deal, I'll probably do that this weekend probably. Or the weekend after. What else? I have some ideal plans, but they're not 100% because it's not guaranteed. You know, there could be a possibility of me moving not far. I'm not giving up my current job either, so don't worry, don't panic. And that may be onto an hour boot potentially, but maybe not as well. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. I've already sort of mentioned that before, that idea, but just to throw it out there, I say I got a few family holidays that might be cropping up as well, or certainly one. I'll get out this lane a bit early, so I preempted it, so we're not faffing about. It's not busy, so we could have got away with chilling out in lane one and pulling out a bit later, but I'd much rather be out here than get caught out. Volvo there coming out. ASR. Yeah, I've seen some quite nice trucks today. We've even seen, is it TJs? Well, not TJs, trucker, is it trucker, not Josh? Based near Quicklades. Is it Josh? I think it's Trucker Josh. I think. Don't hold it to me, I probably messed up the vloggers. His company, it's the Bear Man Truck liveried one, which are pretty cool. Obviously doing containers. I would say obviously, but obviously doing a container. So I'm on the 34 before I pulled into services. Yeah, so I'm sorry I haven't done the other vlogging this week so far. Just, I was at the yard yesterday, and not say I wasn't in the mood yesterday to vlog, but I was just, I was more in the mood, just. A lot of it was pure motorway driving. I know, yes, there's a Stuart Cadre motorway driving today, but it's also just not till we get to the customer, and, I didn't feel like talking about much either really yesterday. So, if I don't feel like talking, I'm not going to produce, because there's no point, unless if I'm going to do a drive-through video, just a general drive video with music, maybe. But I wasn't overly in the mood. I should have vlogged the other day as well on Monday, when I was coming from our South Wales collection. I was obviously going through a few tunnels and over the Severn Bridge, which actually I was actually thinking at the time, I was kicking myself. I didn't have it fully set up or the camera turned on at the time, so I could press record and go, hello, here's the Severn Bridge. Wow, look at the lighting. It looked pretty cool. So I was kicking myself when I went over last time, because I'm pretty certain it would have came out pretty wow. But never mind, we'll do that another time. Might catch it again sometime. Not a major drama. So just going past like the Lyndhurst turning in a few minutes time. If you can't see, you might be able to see the signs. Holton's Park. I'm not a massive fan of the south, but I do like the southwest, and that's one reason why I like living down around there, because you've got almost free reign into Devon, Cornwall. Yes, it's still a long way down to Cornwall and all that, but it's really accessible, and it's not too bad to go up to Wales or even back up the rest of the country where I live. I mean, if I do go do the narrowboat thing, I'll probably be living around Devizes area, I reckon. But I do like it down around here. The road network's okay. There is areas you go, yeah, you can see it's quite dated. It hasn't seen much love. I'm not saying we should turn it all to motorways and dual carriageways, no, but there is the odd area you think, really, this is a really main road here, especially along the 303. And you could argue this road further down when it goes, when you're actually going down to Dorchester, a bit of it. Or even, well, that's actually the good bit. Once you get on from the Shell garage, it actually turns back into dual carriageway. But before then, it's generally just single carriageway all the way. Except from like now, that would be like this. It goes dual carriageway, then hit loads of roundabouts. It's like, you know, they had investments in roundabouts or something. Oh well, it is what it is. It makes each road individual. It's not a bad road this really, unless you catch it in the holiday season or at rush hour. But it's like anywhere then. You roll the dice. But besides that, there's no other rock solid plans for this year. There will be more plans that go along. I just haven't overly thought fully, aside from like the holidays and some of the content I want to produce, which, yes, one's the capital. There's a few talk videos again that will talk about certain subjects and such like. I need to redo a couple that I have deleted as well. I thought, nah, I'll do that again. Because I was going to do, I think it was the Christmas special one. Was it the Christmas special one that had that white van that was, oh no, it was the New Year one that it happened on. Right in the middle of it as well. That's the other reason I thought, nah, I'm not going to put that on my New Year's one. What a start the New Year that would be for my channel. Yeah, it might get a lot more clicks over there. That's one reason I'm sort of kicking myself about it, going, I probably should have released it, because, you know, for not clickbait reasons, but, you know, it might be quite a more interesting thing to watch. Which, yeah, fair enough. I probably should have kept it, but never mind, it's a bit late now. Oh well, it is what it is. But I am probably going to do it, that might be one of my talk videos as well, as about people who are, you know, do reckless things on the roads, you know, to try and talk about what the consequences are, you know, of doing it, you know, especially, I'm not trying to say you as heavy goods drivers are the special, with special requirements, no. We have equal right to everybody else on the roads, you know, to use the roads. But it's just to talk about the consequences of people's actions can be, and, you know, what the potential risks are that they might not be appreciating. Now, I don't want to go into it here because it's so tempting just to start talking about it, you know. It's saying that heavy goods drivers have to put up with. Yeah, especially over the Christmas period, you know, luckily, hopefully, we're over the worst of it now. But over the Christmas period, people go mental on the roads. Not just in numbers, but in the risk level that they're willing to take to get past you. I'm not saying it's just over the Christmas period, there's other periods during the year it can happen. And yes, you always got the idiots out on the road as well, who would do it any time of the year. But the amount of people, it seems, that make more reckless decisions over the, you know, Christmas period is quite shocking, to be honest. And it is quite alarming. And just some of the risks some of the people do that put people, other people at risk as well, of innocent people doing the right thing, all just because they want to get that one vehicle ahead, that one truck length ahead. Or it's a bit like I had one the other day who done kind of a very risky, it wasn't too bad overtake, but then he suddenly realised his junction was, say, just there, and he effectively slammed on in front of me to make his junction. You just couldn't write it. You're just like, what? Why did you even bother overtaking to start off with? And let alone what went through your head to slam on in front of a 44-ton truck. Luckily, I think I was empty at the time. It actually wasn't 44 tons, but you know, he probably didn't know that. I could have been. It probably would have ended a lot worse. Luckily, I managed to you know, we got in and nothing happened. But to slam on in a truck like that, because of that white van man, I actually had to control my trailer weaving because it started to want to jackknife. That's how bad it was with the white vanner. And I think I had a car do the exact same manoeuvre that day as well. In the afternoon, done the exact same manoeuvre. Not off a dual carriageway, but just went for reckless overtake with oncoming traffic. Because he needs to take emergency action again, and the oncoming traffic to do emergency action. I just couldn't believe it that day. It was like 2 major incidences in one day, but I was on average, on the Christmas build-up week before Christmas, the average of near misses, if it was a general workplace, oh my god, the near misses book would have been full. And it was just all for, the vast majority of it was just through people wanting to get past you at all costs. Even if it was on solid white lines. You're like, you can't fight it. But never mind, a bit more positive. Nothing happened, everything was safe, everybody survived. And this makes me wish that truckers were allowed to have a car plough on the front to knock the idiots off the road. Only kidding. Seriously, I'm only kidding on that, but it just boggles minds what people do. We're 30 minutes away or so. Might end the video very shortly because this, yeah, it's probably been a fairly long one, but you've seen some nice pleasant countryside as well. No, I don't know what this place is called, but nice countryside around here. I've been along here, it feels like millions of times because I've done my phase 2 training while I was in the army down at Bovington. That was down this way, so I always come down this road and that. I was on the weekends going home and that in the car. First learned to drive. So that's why I got my licence down at Bovey. My car licence. Back in the day, had my tracked licence or tank licence. Also, I can effectively drive anything that's got tracks on, effectively. Within reason, you know, some limitations, so a bit like with cranes. I couldn't operate a crane, but technically I could drive it, technically. Not that I would understand because every track vehicle has different controls anyway, so it's a bit like, fair enough, I got my licence, but yeah. I'll be able to suss it out. In other words, I got my H licence. Is your tractor licence. I've pretty much got all my licences, bar minibus and bus. Those really the only 2 licences I do not have. But really, I'm not overly. I don't say a bad thing. It just doesn't interest me. I don't know. It doesn't overly interest me, shall I say, becoming a coach driver. I can see some of the attractions to it, but at least my load doesn't talk to you, or. But you know, each show, you know, there's nothing wrong with being a coach driver. It's a good job, as far as I understand. I've had lots of memories coming down this road. Coming up or across and back across this road, should I say. goodness sake, as I say. There's a wild horse there off to the left, I don't know if you saw that. You see a lot of wild horses up on here as well. On this moorland. There you go, got some more off to the right, which you may have seen. When you go to places like this in the truck, it does make you feel, you know, quite privileged in the country you live in. I say, like my trip up on my motorbike up to Scotland twice last year was epic, up to the Highlands, and doing John O'Groats, doing Skye and all that. Absolutely amazing trip, or trips, shall I say. I'll still go back up there. It's amazing up there. Took my breath away when I was up there. And I have got the footage at home, which I still need to. That's the one thing I've not done yet. Got around to editing my trip photos and videos, even just to give to the family. I need to do that sometime. I think the only reason I'm putting it off because there's that awful lot of footage and images and such like to go through. I suppose the longer I leave it, the harder it will be. So I suppose I'll need to get on doing it soon. I suppose with my editing computer, I don't have much excuses left. So depending if I get a 2-day weekend this weekend, I might do a bit of an editing spree. Get a few jobs done. So, you know, hopefully you've enjoyed this video so far. I know, yes, it's a bit of an update video, which is my favourite type of video to create. With general chit chat, but it's sort of like a good one because in some ways, because it gives you the year update of what I've vaguely planned. I mean, it's not a huge amount planned, it's generally, main aim this year is to grow the channel. Would be a nice objective to have, you know. But we'll see, you know, I suppose my biggest downfall, I'm not really advertising myself. I'm sort of just going on my own merit, which by the word. Or hoping that people, you know, people who are interested will come across it. But at the same time, you know, I'd much rather people find me and click on me. But at the same, I'm weighing out how to, you know, promote myself a bit better. Not saying how I'm hesitant to advertise myself on the other vloggers' channels, but in the comments, but at the same time, I don't know, part of me says it's a little bit wrong to do it for some reason, which I can sort of see why, you know, because at the end of the day, it's their channels. I'm not saying we're all in competition with each other, hopefully not, no. Well, it's certainly not mine anyway, I'm not here to compete. Hopefully to complement is probably the word. You know, different type of work, because I do tanker work. I mean, the only downside of my work, just because of my restrictions of filming, which I do not mind my restrictions of filming, it's sort of my policy before, to be honest, so it is still on my objectives to film myself doing an offload or a load. But the key requirement for me to do that is to have permission to do it in the first place. Because I don't want to film on a customer's site or without the company's grace on a company's site anyway. Because I can see why, it brings in the whole liability picture and stuff like that.
After 1.2 miles.
You know, private property and all that. I know, yes, you could argue, why don't you risk doing it on the field, on the farm? No, I won't. Certainly not without the farmer's permission and all that. Never consider, you know, breaching my rules at the end of the day. may in my prior videos, or while I was viewing, may have caught you outside the customer's area, but I haven't really filmed as such inside. So I did actually before have some footage. It's interesting. There's a tent in a graveyard. Interesting. Sorry, a bit random. So I just saw a tent in the middle by the church in the graveyard. You know, like a normal camping tent. So I don't know if you saw that or not, so I thought I'd describe what I saw, what I found amusing. We're going to break into the white lane, let this work its way up a little bit. Yeah, but never mind, you know, I mean, it is an object of mine to do a video on offload and loading of a tanker. It may have to temporarily resort to maybe me doing a bit like a truck tour video, but just talking about the tank a bit purely, not as like an instructional video how to operate, because every tanker is a bit different. I would not want somebody to try and learn off me how to operate it, because you know, if you work at a different company and have a slightly different setup or a different policy on something, you know, and I don't want you going, oh, trucker so and so showing me on his YouTube channel, because then that brings liability, doesn't it? And that, you know, that would be a very strict thing. I'll have to obviously say at the start of the video and probably at the end to say, look, this is just a show video. It's not to show you how to do it, it's just to show you my tanker and the rough idea how a tanker works. I mean, it's not complicated, it's not rocket science. It may be interesting for a few people, maybe. And so not many vloggers, I'm going to try to think of any vloggers who have done tankers.
Cross the roundabout, second exit, A31, towards Poole.
I think maybe one or two when they're doing, you know, we're doing agency, I think maybe once or twice maybe you've done tanker stuff, but it's nothing to write home about. It's trucking at the end of the day, you know. We take a completely different type of load to a normal curtside or
Cross
a box body
second
or
exit,
container.
A31,
You know,
Poole.
our load is obviously, well, with this type of tanker, it is a liquid type of load generally. Also, you got powder tankers out there, you got chemical tankers, you know, gas tankers, you know, or hazardous tankers. You probably mix them all in with that, with fuel and gases and all that, acids. So you start the roundabouts I was on about. So you get a little stretch like this, then we're hitting another roundabout in about 3/4 of a mile. It's actually quite a long stretch. It's alright, it's what it is. Just breaks the flow up a wee bit. Yeah, so I know I've had a bit of a spiel across different subjects and all that. Generally sort of lay out the year, what's on my mind, you know, what's the plans, all that. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed. Please comment down below any ideas or stuff you want to see on the channel. As I said, I do want to promote my channel, and it is something I'm paying a little bit more thought into doing, but as I said, how to do,
Cross the roundabout,
we'll have to see.
exit, A31, towards
Because as I said, you know, one of the objectives of this year would be probably to grow the channel a little bit. Oh, so Woz has pulled somebody over.
Cross the roundabout, second exit.
One thing I've learned here, oh, okay, we'll get past that car, get around the roundabout. Is obviously a lot of cars do like to indicate on the roundabouts, especially when they're making a turn off that not all the flow of the traffic does. But they sort of expect everybody else
After half a
to.
mile, cross the roundabout, first exit, A31, towards Poole.
But yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed this video. You know, so I would like to hear some ideas down below. Maybe, you know, if you have a comment or anything like that, just feel free to comment down below. You know, it is appreciated. I do try, you know, as I've done with, I've forgotten his name, I do apologise. When I had a bit of comments on my other videos not long ago, I do try, if it is something relevant and there is good discussion or good point also, or question, I will try and answer, or I'll try and answer in a video. But I will, if you do ask a question, I will try and endeavour to reply on the comment itself as well. So you're not constantly having to watch every single video to hope I've got your answer for you.
After
or query, wherever it may be.
On the roundabout, second exit, A31.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. It would be seriously very appreciated. Also hit the bell icon if you want to see any further content or be notified of any further content that I put up, which, you know, may save you from having to constantly click on the channel to find out. Who knows? So yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed. Over and out.